I'm just gonna have the camera like this for just a few seconds so you guys can see the view I have every morning. You know, way back there, that little building with the pointy thingy, that's my Empire State Building. I'm not in New York, I'm in Germany, but it's nothing compared to the Empire State Building, but I call that my Empire State Building. I wake up to this view every morning and I am so grateful. Look at the water. Every time I see the water just flowing like that, I feel cleansed. I feel peace. It's like a massage for my eyes. And it goes deep inside of me. And I feel relaxed, that there's movement. I realize how much movement I need. Even if I'm not moving, I like to see things that are like gently moving. And watching this river flow every day is like meditation. And of course, I see people on the promenade once a week, Thursday nights, right in front of my apartment. There is a tango class. And on that bridge, sometimes they have white dinners. And in the summers, they have beach bars on there. And they have these plastic palm trees. It's so great. I know I'm talking about these really wonderful things, state of being right now, but I'm actually on today because I wanted to talk about something that I saw that disturbed me this weekend. So let me come back here. I was at the grocery store Saturday and I was in line. You know, when you're checking out, you have just loads of crap at the cash register, like that whole line. This line actually had cigarettes. I mean, not just like 10 or 20 different kinds of cigarettes. There were probably about 50 or more, probably like 70 different kinds of cigarettes. And I don't know if it's like this in the US, but in Germany and Europe, you have to put a picture the kinds of diseases that you could get from smoking. And so you have like, just imagine a gallery, 70 boxes or more of cigarettes with pictures of diseases, different kinds of diseases. And like rotten teeth, right? Like black, rotting teeth with parts of your teeth missing. There was one where there was a picture of a large man or a woman's side where it was caving in. And there were, of course, like, you can go blind, you can cause birth defects. There was a picture of a leg where it was like, looked like it was rotting. It was red and like pussy. There were pictures of like lung cancer. What else? There were so many different. There was one just passed out, cramping. Like this guy was like doubled over in a cramp. They had all kinds of. They were all different. The thing is, like, can you imagine 70 different types of conditions or diseases that you can get from smoking? And so it's like a gallery, it's like an art gallery or something, right? And there was this woman checking out in front of me, and then she turns around, she smiles, and then I smile back, and then she looks at the whole like line of cigarettes, and she's like this. She's like looking as if like she was shopping, like, looking at different types of perfumes, or does another thing, perfumes. That'd be another video. Or shoes, or like she was like really intently looking at each box of cigarette. And I thought, oh, she may be thinking what I'm thinking. And then she like looks over and she's like, Then she reaches over and grabs one of like, I don't know, like black lungs. And she looks at it and she puts it on the counter, and then the cash register lady, she scans it. And I thought, oh my God, she just actually consciously thought about what kind of disease she wanted. That blew my mind. I just, when something is so mind-blowing, you're just like, you don't know what to do with that information. I was like, she just actually like stare at these things as if it was like works of art, and pick a disease that she wanted, and she actually paid for it. I used to smoke, so I'm not knocking it, but just the thought, the act itself fascinated me, that she actually like thought about it and picked something, and she's going to pay for this disease. And I thought, you know what? I'm not blaming her. I'm not judging her. The act itself fascinated me. I'm thinking, I do that. It doesn't look like I'm not looking at the disease, but when I do certain things, I'm sure it's contributing to something that's unhealthy. I've cut out a lot of things, a lot of things, like packaged foods and like things like, I'm pretty healthy, and I can tell from the glow in my eyes most of the time. And I thought, okay, we're not looking at pictures of disease. We're not looking at pictures of results. We're not looking at pictures of people we don't want to be with, but we do those things. We talk to people, we invite people into our lives we don't want. And it reminded me of that lady. You're not conscious as how she was, where she looked at the picture. But when you are talking to somebody, or when you're picking up a bag of chips that has like, MSG and artificial coloring and cow piss or whatever, you're not looking at a picture of the result the way she was, but we're imprinting that in our psyche, right? And that really blew my mind. Most of the things that we do are very subtle because we don't have this like end result of what will happen if we do something, right? And that just, I know that I'm going to be thinking about this for days to come, and I will think about this probably even further and try to make sense out of how deeply that would make our cells on a cellular level, atomic level, how that will affect that woman by actually looking at the disease, deciding to choose that out of the 70 some odd types of diseases that were on the wall, and she chose this disease consciously, looked at it, picked up the box, said, I want this, and pay for it. Now, think about what you do every day that would result in that you're actually paying for something. You go to a restaurant, you hang out with somebody, or you say something to yourself that will result in cellular atomic chaos. I'm serious. That will cause chaos in your body and will release thoughts, release, things that will contribute to you getting that particular disease. I know that's sort of hard to imagine, but maybe I can give you an example. There is this person in my life that does all the right things. Well, sometimes, sometimes she does things that kind of upset me, but I can deal with that and then like process it and then, let it go and move on. She does all the right things, but I just don't feel myself. I don't feel like I can be myself with her. And if I do, I feel like I'm being judged. And so I know these are little things, little feelings, which could be like the picture on those cigarette boxes, but I'm not heeding them. I'm not consciously doing something about it. I'm just letting it simmer. So what am I doing to my cells? What am I doing to myself on an atomic level, like energetic level, right? When I say atomic, I mean like my energy. What am I doing to my energy? What am I imprinting in my psyche with these feelings that I have when I think about this person, when I'm with this person? So the cigarette lady reminded me of my own situation. What am I doing when I choose to be with somebody that I don't feel comfortable with? And try to rationalize, oh, she's a nice person, we do things together, but when I leave, I don't feel 100%, I don't feel great. I don't feel great. You should walk away feeling great about being with somebody. You just gave 2-3 hours of your time. There is one thing that you cannot buy. One thing you can buy you can buy anything except time. If you can't buy and that's 3-4 hours of your time. You don't feel 100%. You're choosing to be miserable. So I thought I just chose a picture of misery. It wasn't incredibly miserable, but I'm not walking away inspired. I'm not walking away feeling incredible. My energy is like shut down a little bit. My energy is a little funky, and I'm like walking around with like this kind of face instead of like being really happy and joyful, which is our natural state. When I'm alone, when I'm at peace, I'm pretty like my face changes, and then when I'm walking around like the street, like, hey, what was that? I feel like I've sort of got like a small whiplash when I hang out with this person. So I thought, I'm just as guilty of, choosing experiences that are not contributing to my health of my psyche and my emotions, my social health. That's my social health that I could be more conscious about. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that. So if you have any thoughts on that, please post and have a discussion going. Okay?